Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn about chapter number 14, that is measurement and effects of heat from standard 8th. So, before moving to a chapter, I would like to ask some questions. First, which season is going on? Okay. Nowadays winter season is going on. What we feel in winter season? We feel cold. Then what we do in a winter season to avoid the cold? We sit near the fire to get some heat or to feel some hotness. So what is that hotness? We feel something good or something like energetical. Nowadays, early in the morning, we are drinking milk or a coffee. What we do? We boil that milk and then we eat. Why we boil that milk? To get that milk hot. And in a summer days, we eat ice cream. That is, what is the type of ice cream? That is a cold. So what we mean, we need some hot or cold energy in a winter or a summer days. So exactly what is that? We feel some heat. So what is heat? So students, today we are going to learn about heat and the sources of heat. So what is heat? Heat is nothing but an energy which flows from a high temperature to low temperature. What is heat? Heat, it is an energy, which flows from high temperature to low temperature. It means that from a high temperature to low temperature. What is heat? It is a form of a energy. So how heat flows? Heat flows from high temperature to cold temperature. And how we feel heat? If we have an object, then we feel heat. Now what are the different sources of the heat? Okay, can anyone tell what are the different sources of the heat? Okay, there are many sources of heat. There are many sources of heat, like first one is sun, second is earth, third one is chemical, fourth one is electrical, then atomic, then again from atomic we have air. These are some sources from where we get heat. What are the sources? Sun, air, earth, chemical sources, electrical sources and atomic sources. These are the 6 type of sources from which we get heat. We will learn one by one from the sources. The first one is sun. We all know we get heat from a sun, or we can say that the earth the heat is received by the earth in large amount. How sun is produced? Heat, there is a fusion of a hydrogen and oxygen on the sun. Means there is some fusion of a nucleus on a sun and it produces heat, and the heat transfer from sun to earth in the form of light. This is nothing but sun. What happens? It comes in form of light to earth. This is the first source of our heat. Second source is nothing but our earth. Which is the second source? Second source is nothing but our earth. How earth? there are lot of energy is at present at the center of the earth, and this energy is known as geothermal energy. This energy, it is known as geothermal. It is known as geothermal energy. It is present at the center of the circle. So not a circle, it is present on the earth center. Stop. Now we move to the next source of heat, that is chemical energy. Chemical energy. So what is chemical energy? Chemical energy, it is nothing but we use fuel, like an example of a wood, petrol, diesel and coal. These are nothing but the example of chemical energy. When there is a chemical reaction between fuel and oxygen, when there is a reaction between fuel and oxygen, we get heat. So what is chemical energy? Chemical energy is in another source of a heat, and from where we get heat from wood, petrol, diesel and coal. When we burn this wood or petrol or diesel, it gets burned, it react with the molecules of oxygen and it produce heat. Now next is our electrical sources. Electrical energy, or we can say electrical sources. In our daily life we use many electrical things, or we can say that we can't do anything without electricity. The first thing is that we charge our mobile with the help of electricity. To press, to iron our dresses, we need electrical press. To get water in a winter days, to get bath, we need hot water. From where we get that hot water? We get hot water from the electrical heater. So we can say that in our daily life we use many equipments like press, water heater, mobile charger. These are nothing but the electrical sources of our heat. So what are the next source? The next source is our atomic source. The fifth number source is our atomic energy. What is this? What is meant by atomic energy? Atomic energy is nothing but to produce a large amount of energy, or to produce large amount of heat in a short time. What is it? To produce large or huge amount of heat in less time. So what are the different things? From that we get more heat within a short period of time. We can give an example like uranium and thorium. Uranium and thorium. What is this? Atomic energy. It means when in a short period of time we need a large number of heat, we use the elements like uranium and thorium. So next source is our air. Air is present everywhere on the earth, and we can say that air is present around us. So number of heat is present in the air, means a large amount of heat present in air. So air is also a source of our heat. So what next? This is nothing but all about the sources. We have learned 6 type of sources. First is sun, earth, chemical energy, electrical energy, atomic energy, and the last one is air. So now we will move to our next topic, that is the unit of heat. That is the unit of heat. What are the unit? So heat is the SI unit of heat is joule. What is the unit of heat? Is the SI unit of joule. The SI unit of heat is joule, and we can say that the CGS of heat is equal to calorie. The CGS of heat is calorie, or 1 calorie is equal to the 4.18 joule. So the 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joule, and the calorie is used to increase the temperature of a body. So what are the units? The SI unit of heat is joule, and the CGS of heat is calorie. So 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joule. This is nothing about the unit of our heat. So today what we have learned about the basic of heat, the definition of heat, sources of heat, and the unit of heat. So what is the definition? The definition of heat is nothing but it is a form of energy which flows from an object of high temperature to an object of a low temperature. This is the definition of heat. After that, we have seen that the sources of heat. We have seen 6 different sources. Sun, first one is sun, second is earth, third is chemical energy, fourth is electrical, fifth is atomic energy, and sixth one is air. And after that, we have learned about the units of a heat. Thank you. So after the sources and the unit of a heat, we will solve one problem about heat. So what is the problem given to us? How much heat will be needed? How much heat will be needed to raise the temperature of 1.5 kg of water from 15 degree to 45 degree Celsius? Give the answer in calories as well as in a joule. So what is given in the question? The mass of the water. Mass of the water is 1.5 kg. Mass of the water is 1.5 kg, but we have to convert it into gram. So it is 1500 gram. Means we have to divide this by 1000. Next, what is change in temperature? Change in temperature is nothing but from 15 degree to 45 degree Celsius. So we have to subtract 45 degree Celsius from 15 degree Celsius. Sorry, we have to divide from 45 degree Celsius to 15 degree Celsius. That is 30 degree of Celsius. Then what we have to find? We have to find how much heat we required to change in the temperature. That is our heat required. That is question mark. So what is heat required? How to calculate? The formula for this is the mass of water in gram multiplied by change in temperature. Change in temperature. So for calculating heat required to change in temperature, heat required to change in temperature is equal to mass of water multiplied by change in temperature. So what is mass of water? That is 1500 multiplied by what is change in temperature? That is 30 degree Celsius, means 30 calorie. 13 degree Celsius means 13 calorie. So what we get? We get 45,000 calorie. What we get? We get 45,000 calorie. And now what we have to? We get answer in a calorie. Now we have to convert this answer into joule. So how 1 joule is equal to? We have learned 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joule. So we have to convert it into joule. So we know 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joule. So now what we have to do? We have to multiply this into 4.18 joule. So what we will get? We will get answer like 188,100 joule. What we get? 88100 joule. So this is nothing but how we change the temperature with the help of heat and joule. What we learned from here? We learned that how we have so first we have calculated the calorie, and that we have converted the calorie into the joule. So what is the formula to convert 1 calorie into joule? That 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joule. Have you understood? Okay, thank you.